Hello, my dear Salem faithfuls. It's your old friend here, the one who's been knee-deep in the drama of Days of Our Lives for more years than I care to count, watching loves ignite and shatter, secrets explode like fireworks over Horton Square, and characters rise from the ashes only to tumble back into heartbreak. You know me, I've typed up recaps through every coma, every evil twin reveal, every tear-soaked reunion at the Brady pub. And today, my heart feels a little heavier as I sit down to share some bittersweet news about one of the talented actresses who stepped into our beloved canvas not so long ago. Many of you still remember the stir it caused back in the fall of 2020 when Melissa Reeves, our cherished Jennifer Horton Devereaux, needed to step away temporarily from the role. The world was upside down with the pandemic, travel was complicated, and Salem needed its fiery, resilient Jennifer to keep the Horton family torch burning bright. That's when the powers that be made a brilliant call they brought in the versatile and magnetic Cady McClain to fill those iconic shoes. Even if just for a little while, Cady didn't just show up and read lines, she became Jennifer. From the moment she stepped onto the set, there was an electricity that longtime fans couldn't ignore. She captured Jennifer's fierce loyalty, that quick wit sharpened by years of loss and redemption, and the deep, abiding love for Jack Devereaux that has defined so many classic storylines. Whether she was navigating complicated family dynamics, uncovering truths that threatened to tear her world apart, or delivering those quiet, vulnerable moments in the Horton living room where Jennifer's heart always seemed to break just a little more, Cady brought a fresh intensity that resonated. Viewers flooded social media with praise. "She's nailing Jennifer's strength," one fan wrote. Others noted how seamlessly her voice and mannerisms blended with the character's history, making the temporary recast feel like a natural extension of the Provel saga rather than a disruption. For those months, Cady breathed new life into the role, reminding us all why Jennifer remains one of Salem's most enduring heroines, the woman who survived kidnappings, presumed deaths, and enough romantic turmoil to fill a dozen notebooks. Her performance wasn't a copy, it was a heartfelt interpretation that honored the character's soul while adding her own seasoned layers from years in daytime television. Many of us who have followed the show since the 80s and 90s found ourselves leaning in closer, wondering what new twists the writers might throw at this version of Jennifer. But life off the screen, as we all know too well from the pages of our favorite soap, often mirrors the turbulence we see on it. And today, I'm here to talk about the personal chapter that's unfolding for Cady McClain, one that feels straight out of a sweeping, emotional DOOL arc. After more than a decade of what looked like genuine happiness, Cady McClain is single again. Her marriage to fellow daytime veteran Jon Lindstrom has come to an end. The two, who first crossed paths years ago on the set of As the World, turns he as the charismatic Craig Montgomery, she as the complex Rosanna Cabot, built something real together. They dated for several years before tying the knot on Valentine's Day 2014 into what many saw as a romantic full-circle moment for two. Actors who'd found love amid the chaos of soap opera schedules and shared industry pressures. For 10 years, they seemed like one of those steady couples in an industry where relationships can flicker out as quickly as a contract non-renewal. They supported each other's careers, Jon with his long-running work on General Hospital as the enigmatic Kevin Collins, Cady with her iconic runs on All My Children as Dixie Cooney, and, of course, her time lighting up Salem as Jennifer. Fans admired how they navigated the spotlight with grace, sharing glimpses of life together that felt warm and grounded, even as their characters on screen dealt with affairs, betrayals, and dramatic exits. Then, in December 2023, came the quiet separation. By April 2024, the news became official in the most civilized, yet poignant way possible for two public figures. In a joint statement shared across their social media, Cady and Jon addressed their fans and friends directly. "Cady and Jon, this is Jon here. We would like to take this opportunity to make a brief statement about the status of our relationship. Some may have noticed from our posts that we have been living apart temporarily. After careful consideration, we have decided that our goals are leading us in different directions, and we have decided to end our marriage. We remain friends and wish each other happiness. As public figures, having a private life can be difficult, We ask for everyone's understanding regarding this matter. Reading those words, I couldn't help but feel the weight of them. In the world of daytime drama, we've scripted hundreds of breakups, some explosive, filled with screaming matches and slammed doors, others quieter, laced with regret and what-ifs. This one lands somewhere in between mature, respectful, and undeniably sad. No villains. No scandalous third parties splashed across the tabloids. Just two. People whose paths, after years of walking side by side, began to diverge. Different dreams pulling them toward new horizons. It's the kind of storyline that doesn't always get the sweeping orchestral score, but it lingers with you because it's so very human. As someone who's spent decades chronicling the loves and losses of Salem, I have to admit this one hits close to home. Cady and Jon were a couple many in the daytime community looked up to. They represented the possibility of finding lasting connection in a business that demands so much long hours, emotional exhaustion, constant reinvention. To see that chapter close feels like watching a beloved super couple ride off into the sunset, only for the camera to pan back and reveal the empty road ahead. Cady has poured so much of herself into her craft over the years. From her early days bringing fire to All My Children, to the nuanced work on As the World Turns, to stepping into Jennifer's shoes and making us believe every tear and every determined smile she carries, a depth that comes from real-life experience. Stepping into a role like Jennifer Horton isn't easy. It's a legacy, part beloved by generations. Melissa Reeves defined her for so many, but Cady brought her own truth to those scenes of maternal strength, romantic yearning, and quiet resilience. Fans still talk about how she held the screen during those pandemic-era episodes, delivering performances that kept the heart of the Horton family, beating strong even when production itself faced unprecedented challenges. Now, as Cady navigates this new chapter alone, I imagine her drawing on that same inner strength her characters have shown time and again. Daytime actors know better than most that life doesn't come with guaranteed happy endings or convenient returns from the dead. Sometimes the drama is real and the healing happens off camera, in private moments far from the lights and scripts. For those of us who admired Cady and Jon as a pair, there's a genuine sense of loss. They seem to have found that rare balance, passion for their work, paired with a supportive partnership. No children complicated the picture, which perhaps made the decision cleaner though no less emotional. Recent reports even mention that their divorce settlement has been finalized, covering support and property division with the same discretion they've shown throughout. It's a reminder that even in Hollywood, or the smaller, intensely personal world of soaps, endings can be handled with dignity. Yet, as any longtime Days of Our Lives viewer knows, nothing in Salem stays buried forever. Stories evolve. Characters return transformed. Hearts mend sometimes in the most unexpected ways. Cady McClain has proven her resilience on screen, and I have no doubt she'll carry that same spirit forward. Whether she returns to Salem again, Jennifer has come and gone many times over the decades, or explores new creative avenues. Her fans will be watching with open hearts. To Cady, thank you for the moments you gave us as Jennifer. You reminded us why this character matters, the way she fights for love, for family, for truth, even when the odds feel stacked against her. Your work added another rich layer to a tapestry that's been woven for over 50 years. And to both Cady and Jon, we respect the grace with which you've handled something so personal. Wishing you both peace, new beginnings, and all the happiness the statement spoke of. Life in daytime is a long, winding road filled with twists no one sees coming. Marriages end, new romances spark, old flames reignite. That's the beauty and the ache of it. We'll keep tuning in. Keep rooting for the characters and for the talented people who bring them to life. What do you think, friends? Did Cady's time as Jennifer leave a lasting impression on you? How are you feeling about this real-life plot twist for her? And Jon, drop your thoughts in the comments. In Salem and beyond, the story always continues. Until next time, stay dramatic, stay hopeful. And remember, even after the darkest goodbye, there's always the possibility of a new chapter.